Welcome to Tiger Tracks, your home for the best of LSU athletics. And now, your hosts, Jordy Holtberg and Bill Frankes.
Hello, Tiger fans everywhere. Welcome. He's Bill Frankes. I'm Jordy Holtberg. You've dialed up Tiger Tracks, and since last we met, LSU baseball starts the season off with 3 straight wins, and LSU women's basketball upsets Tennessee, and away we go.
Exactly. LSU baseball off to a good start.
Yeah.
Friday night provided a lot of drama.
Yeah.
Tigers coming back on 2 occasions. They tie the game in the bottom of the 9th, tie the game in the bottom of the 10th, and then finally won it in the bottom of the 12th. Jordan Romero making his LSU debut, got the game-winning hit. In fact, he also was the guy who tied the game in the 9th inning. So good confidence boost in that first game to show that ability to come back and win a ball game. And then LSU with Alex Lang on Saturday gets a shutout. Then the bats come alive on Sunday with 4 home runs. So a good start for the Tigers. LSU will be back at home this weekend. What will be a huge weekend on the LSU campus for athletics.
Lots going on, obviously. And break in a new announcer with a dramatic extra inning thing. Way to go, Chris Blair. This weekend we've got baseball. We've got men's basketball. The Bob Pettit statue unveiling Saturday as well. So much going on. Coming up on the program today, Beth Torina, LSU softball team, ranked 5th in the country. They're 8-2. She makes a visit in-house.
Yes, Beth and the team just back from Palm Springs, California, played in a huge tournament out there. Ended the tournament with an emphatic 10-5 win over UCLA. So good start for the Tigers. We'll learn more about the team from Coach Beth.
What university feature do you have for me? Can't wait. Don't tell me.
All right.
The suspense will kill me. We'll be back. This is Tiger Tracks. Welcome back to Tiger Tracks on CST. Bill Frankes. I'm Jordy Holtberg. Very successful start to the season for the LSU softball Tigers. 8-2 overall, ranked 5th in the country. Head coach Beth Torina kind enough to join us today in studio. And welcome back from Palm Springs. How was that?
It was a great trip. We always enjoy that trip every year. A lot of good competition, beautiful weather. So we always enjoy going out there.
You've never invited the two of us to go along with you. Why is that?
Well, come on.
Okay.
Let's go.
Deal.
Yeah,
Done
it's
deal.
pretty awesome. We get to see all the California kids and the West Coast kids' families. They come out to see everybody. So it's a really neat experience for our team.
Terrific.
You guys finished that tournament, Beth, with a big win over UCLA, 10-5. You also had wins over UCF, UC Santa Barbara, a big scoring output against Bethune-Cookman, and you also faced Arizona. So just great competition. Tell us how the team benefited from it.
Well, I think we're really starting to find ourselves, which is so important this time of year. I think, we started out a little timid. I think, we played really tight in the first weekend and then the game against Arizona. And I think as the tournament went on, we really started to find ourselves. We were able to come back from a deficit a couple times. We were able to battle some really good teams. And I love the way we competed against UCLA. I thought we played a great game. I thought everybody contributed. And, we didn't play a perfect game by any means, and we didn't play our best game, but I liked the way our team battled and fought. And I thought that's going to carry us a long way this year.
10 games in, as you self-evaluate, there's always positives and there's always other things that's why you go to practice, to work on. So let's talk about some of the positives and let's talk about some of the things that you need to improve on.
Well, I think we're having good at bats. We're swinging the bats well. I think we're understanding that we can win in a lot of different ways. So we can, move runners and manufacture runs. We can also hit a long ball. We can do a lot of things offensively. I think we need to make sure we're cleaning up on the defensive side. I think, our pitchers have done well. I think they're capable of better too. So, but I think living with the expectations of this season is something our team's really got to understand. And I think how to function with all those expectations they have for themselves. So I think they're understanding that. And I think, I really like the performance we got on Sunday against UCLA. It was a lot of fun.
Good, good.
Beth, you've really have gone 4 deep with your pitching staff, with Carly Hoover and Allie Wall-Jasper and Bailey Corbello and the newcomer, Sydney Smith. Just tell us about how you're able to, how you think about the way you distribute the innings and how that's going to work out.
Well, early in the season, we try and just get everybody a start in the weekend. When we have tournament play, we just try and get everybody some time. And I think, they're all good enough to compete against the competition we have here in the beginning, and they all can give us some innings. And I think that makes us so much better down the road. Not only do we have pitchers that are experienced, but we have arms that aren't overworked and overused, and we're still fresh at the end of the year. And, we've seen some really good things out of them. Bailey Corbello threw a great game out there in California, and Allie Wall-Jasper was just absolutely dominant. She was phenomenal. She was in 4 of the 5 games, came in relief 3 times, and just shut down teams. And it was so fun watching her pitch. And being out there in California, being a California native, it was nice to be at home.
You talked about all the expectations and playing tight early on. How do you and your staff calm this team down and get them, hey, it's just a game. It's a game. You've been doing it all your life. And, yeah, you're the hunted now. But how do you handle that pressure?
I think the key is, really not focusing on the past and just focusing on the next game. And I think we really only know one way to do business, and that's put our head down and work and, really go out and just try and prove ourselves and prove where we're at and just, continue to have that little chip on our shoulder and just go out and work and prove who we are. And I think that's the only way we know how to function. That's why we're here. That's how we got here. So I think just going back to what got us here and like you said, it's a game. It's always been a game, just trying to enjoy it and work hard and outwork our opponents, and hopefully that'll work out for us.
Okay, part psychologist too, right? I mean, coach slash psychologist slash mom. I mean, you got it all under one roof.
Well, Beth, you guys are back at home for a while now. You'll have a long home stand, including this weekend, the Purple and Gold Challenge. You'll be taking on Illinois State and Texas Tech. Being back at home, you mentioned the first weekend when you guys opened at home, there may have been some nerves. Now you've played 10 games. Back at home, team may be more relaxed this weekend.
Yeah, I think definitely. We're excited to be back at Tiger Park and be home for a couple weeks. That's always nice to know that's on your calendar, is getting to sleep in your own bed for a few weeks and play in front of the best fans in the country for the next few weeks. So that's always a lot of fun. And like I said, I really feel good about the spot our team is in. I think it took us 10 games to get to this point, but I feel good about the spot that we're in, and I think we're going to have some great performances this weekend.
We're going to take a quick break here. We're going to continue the conversation with Beth Torina, including one of her players, not one but 2, clear the bases grand salamis. Are you kidding me? We got to find out about that and much, much more as we continue with Beth Torina talking LSU softball on Tiger Tracks on CST.
Tiger Tracks on CST is being brought to you by Capital One Bank, the official bank of all things Louisiana, and by Louisiana Propane Dealers. Get up to $1,200 in rebates on propane accessories. Find out how at louisianapropane.com.
Welcome back to Tiger Tracks on CST. We continue our conversation with Beth Torina talking LSU softball. And I'm just going to mention one name, and I want you to expand upon it. Kelsey Kloss, what the heck's going on with her? What is that all about?
Everything that she gets, just makes us all so happy because she is truly the best human being in
Really?
the world. She is the kid that any coach would kill to have this kid on your team. She's just an amazing human being. So anytime she has any success, it really just fires
That's
our whole
terrific.
team up and gets us so excited. So she's just an awesome leader, an awesome person, an awesome player. We love having her as part of the program.
She's a catcher for you.
She's a
So what did
catcher.
she do that was so special out in Palm Springs? Come on, Beth, help me out. Help me out.
2 grand slams in the same game.
Wow.
And 9 RBIs. She had another hit in the first inning. You know, and everybody kind of looked at me when she hit the second one, and I thought it couldn't happen to anybody better, truly. So it was a lot of fun. Huge home runs too. They were bombs. They were awesome.
You've played the game. You've coached it for. Have you ever seen anything like that in one game from one player?
I haven't. The minute she hit the ball, I assumed it was a school record. I couldn't imagine it wasn't, and it is. So.
Did y'all pie her in the face or do something? Pour water on her? Did you do anything?
Well, every day we nominate the player of the game. You know,
Okay.
after the game when
Right.
we win, and I just said, hey. Kelsey Kloss, and usually somebody says I second it. I said Kelsey Kloss, 23rd, because there's 23 players. So everyone on the team voted Kelsey Kloss player of the day.
We had to get some whipped cream and pie or do something. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, Beth, along with Kelsey, another one of your players who had a huge weekend was Constance Quinn. And LSU softball fans know Constance well, but LSU Lady Tiger basketball fans also got to know her this year as she helped out Coach Fargas for a while. Talk about what she's meant to your program and that versatility to be able to play 2 sports.
Well, she's quite the athlete, and pretty amazing that you can go, you know, join the basketball team and do anything at all to help them. That just shows you how athletic this kid is. And she can run, she can hit, she can play defense. So, you know, in both sports actually.
Yeah.
But, you know, I actually used her in the leadoff spot against UCLA because she's been swinging so well. I just wanted to get her some more at bats, and she did a great job for us in that role too. She's, you know, really quick, so she's a nice base stealer for us. So having her in that leadoff spot or wherever we put her, she's really done a great job. And, you know, had a huge game against UCF too. Seems like the better the competition, the better she's really stepped up and played.
How'd that conversation start? Did she come to you and approach you? Did Nikki come to you and say, I need some help? How did that all happen?
Yeah, Nikki came to us and asked
Okay.
if we had anybody, and, you know, we immediately thought of Connie because she's just so athletic, and I know that she played quite a bit of basketball.
Okay.
So we had a couple other options, but I thought she was the best one, and, you know,
Yeah.
she jumped on board and she loved the opportunity. So
Nice of
she
you
really
to
enjoyed it.
nice of you to allow her to do that.
Hey,
do
we're
that.
all about this athletic program.
There
We
you
want to
go.
make sure we're the best athletic program in the country.
Love it.
Well, Beth, as we know, one of the many strengths of this team is its veteran returning players, Bianca Bell and Savannah Jaquish and Sandra Simmons and Bailey Landry, all Americans back on the team. But you also have a real strong freshman class making an impact. Amber Surratt is a young lady who had a huge weekend. Talk about her and the impact she's making.
Yeah, you know, she's playing all over the place too. She's really the shortstop of the future, you know, and that's where I think you'll see her the next 3 years. But for now, she's playing some left field. She played a game of shortstop for us this weekend, but she's been the DP. She really just can do whatever we're asking her to do, and she's a great player. This is the class, you know, I've talked about this class for so long, waiting for them to get here because I knew how special they were. And she just has done, you know, everything we thought she would do. She's an unbelievable player, had some huge hits for us and, you know, some big RBIs against UCLA. So she has instantly become a fan favorite, and everybody really pulls for her. She's a great kid. She's really intelligent, knows the game. So it's fun to add a player like that to, like what you said, an already veteran group.
Speaking of fans, season tickets it's a great price for a great venue with a great home, you know, opponents coming in Alabama, Florida, Kentucky, Washington. It's a good place to be.
It's
Weather's
the place
getting
to
better.
be. It's the place to be, and it's a, you know, we've made some adjustments out there, made some improvements at
Really?
Tiger Park. We've added the Tiger Park Terrace, so the berm has now got some terrace seating.
Sweet.
It's really nice, a little more comfortable for our fans.
Sweet.
So we've made some adjustments out there and improvements, and, you know, I think Tiger Park has never looked better.
Awesome.
Beth, we mentioned this weekend you guys facing Illinois State and Texas Tech, and it won't be long before we start conference play. In fact, Alabama comes to town March 11th. Just give us your thoughts on the conference this year. We know Florida, defending national champion, LSU in the College World Series last year, Alabama's a former national champion. What are the strengths of the conference again this year?
Well, we have 9 teams in the top 25 this week, so, you know, 9 of the 13. So it's definitely the place to be. It's definitely the conference to be in, and I think you're never safe. You know, you show up with your A game or you lose pretty much every time we take the field in SEC play, and it's fun. You know, I think it prepares our kids for the postseason. I think it does so much for them. They love the challenge. That's why they're here at LSU, and every time they take the field in SEC play, they get a challenge. There's no question. Doesn't matter what the name on the other jersey says. They get a challenge every time they take the field. So I'm not ready to think about that yet, though.
Yeah, plenty of time.
I'm stressed just thinking about it because it's such a gauntlet, and the SEC is just so fierce. But we got to get ourselves ready for that in the next few weeks.
Beth, thank you for your time. Good luck, and we can't wait to go to Palm Springs with you next year. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more here on Tiger Tracks. Welcome back to Tiger Tracks here on CST. Bill Franquez, I'm Jordy Heltberg. It's been a very difficult season for the LSU Lady Tigers basketball team. Lots of injuries. They've had to have walk-ons come on board just to fill the roster. But it all turned into one shining moment as the Tigers took on the Lady Vols of Tennessee and pulled off the upset.
Well, last Sunday at the Maravich Center, just a great victory for Coach Nikki Farkas and her team, showing so much will and so much spirit that they've given everything they've had all year, and it finally paid off with a big win over Tennessee. Let's take a look at the win over the Lady Vols.
The environment was just electrifying when you're able to see so many fans come out and support our team, especially with the season that we've had. But more importantly, there was a bigger reason why they were here too, with the breast cancer awareness campaign. They play for K-Game. And to see the pink out here cheering us on, I told our team, I said, they're going to be fighting. There's people who've been fighting for their lives. The least that we can do is come out here and fight on the court, and that's what we were able to do.
Peterson out to Hill, left sideline. Hill to the free throw line to Bethel, right elbow jumper. Bethel, and it's good. Bethel! Rhodes drives around her man, dishes to a cutter. Norton in the lane, and she misses the 4-footer. Hyder put back, good though.
Alexis Hyder!
Right side on the wing, now up top Bethel, down low to Jones, turns 5-footer, and it's good by Ann Jones. Hyder will come back in for LSU, down the left sideline. Hill around her man to the hole, layup by Hill is good with the left hand. And Holly Warlick has seen enough. It is a timeout. Deemer, 27-footer, good from the left wing. Long floater for Deemer from right in front of the Tennessee bench. Deemer around her man, dumps it underneath Bethel, shot fake, layup is good. 24-14, LSU by 10. Rebound batted around, Russell got it again, now it's tipped away, Norton's got it. Norton toward the hole, lays it up and in. Norton, two defenders, got it to go. And Holly Warlick wants another timeout. She was 14-point lead going inbound Peterson, 18-footer baseline, and it's good. Peterson had been struggling with her shot, but she was wide open and got that one. 2:10 to go in the quarter. Bethel down low to a wide open Rhodes, who lays it in, and we're tied. Hill to inbound, gets it over in the corner. Deemer, open three, and it's good. They forgot about Deemer, and she buried the wide open three from the corner, and LSU leads it again. Hill to Deemer, three more. Yeah, she got it from the left point.
I like the resilience of our team. We played with a lot of heart. We didn't give up. We had less quit in us, and those are things that you're going to take away from basketball when you go off into the real world, and those are qualities that are embedded in our team. And this has been a very interesting team in the sense of you got so many different personalities that you're bringing together for a common goal.
Deemer to Hyder in the lane, kicks it over to Hill, 18-footer right side, it's good. Big bucket, 4-point game. Hyder to inbound, gonna get it to Hill. Hill into the front court, need three. Hill down the lane. Layup is good with 4 seconds to go. And was there a foul? Again, it's in the air. It rattled out. Hyder's got it, and she's fouled. Hyder was fouled with 3.4 seconds to go. Nobody's got a timeout. Hyder to tie. Here it comes. She got it. She got it. Hyder to give LSU the lead. Here it comes. It's in the air. She got it. She got it. Got a hold of it. Inbound, deep in the backcourt, Carter. She's at half court. She'll launch it. It's no good! It's no good! And LSU wins the game! LSU has beaten Tennessee! 57-56, the final score.
I think our team is playing some of its best basketball right now, and that's what you want to do down the stretch. We've got a big opponent coming in on Thursday night, another opportunity to knock down or knock off a ranked opponent, and then obviously we finish with South Carolina. Heading into SEC play, you need all the confidence you can get.
Great win for the Lady Tigers. Regular season finale Thursday at the PMAC against Florida, and then it's off to the SEC tournament.
Yep, 7:30 tip-off on Thursday night at the Maravich Center. It'll be senior night for the Lady Tigers senior players to come out and watch the Lady Tigers at home for the final time. Next week, they'll be in Jacksonville, Florida for the SEC tournament. Postseason, always exciting. It's a new season.
Absolutely.
And again,
Never know.
Hopefully that the momentum built by that Tennessee win might boost the Lady Tigers.
Our university feature, always anticipated, next on Tiger Tracks.
Tiger Tracks on CST is being brought to you by Capital One Bank, the official bank of all things Louisiana, and by Louisiana Propane Dealers. Get up to $1,200 in rebates on propane accessories. Find out how at louisianapropane.com.
Welcome back to Tiger Tracks. Time for our weekly edition of our university feature. Let's see, we've done studies of the Mississippi River. That other one we did with gravitational waves, way over this level, way over this level. What do you have in store this week?
Well, this week we're going to talk about sugarcane.
Okay.
Sugarcane is one of the most prominent products
Yeah.
that Louisiana produces, and LSU researchers are doing a fantastic job in coming up with ways to make sure that sugarcane remains disease-free. So LSU research helping growers throughout Louisiana improve their sugarcane crops. Let's take a look.
We are right here at the Sugar Research Station. This is the greenhouse where we plant our seedlings. It's the beginning stage of a sugarcane improvement program. The purpose of the LSU Ag Center's sugarcane crop improvement program is to develop new genetically improved varieties of sugarcane for the Louisiana sugar industry. Because sugarcane does not flower naturally under Louisiana conditions, Louisiana is too far north for sugarcane to flower naturally. We have to trick the plants into flowering. The grower cannot plant seed of sugarcane because that seed is segregating. So as you can imagine, if you take a bag of seed of sugarcane, it will segregate from the very low end of sugar production to the very high end. And even if it has high sugar, it may not have high yield. Where we develop the most productive clone. We use our knowledge of genetics and plant breeding to select that clone. And once we find that clone, we then clone it and give it to the grower. So what we do here is very important to the state of Louisiana. The research investment in this room and on this station is worth potentially millions to the state of Louisiana. The sugar industry was able to generate about $747 million back into the state's economy. Sugarcane has many uses. Besides sugar, it could be used to produce energy, it could be used to produce pharmaceuticals and bioplastics. So as you can see, sugarcane is a very versatile crop for Louisiana. We have a very good relationship with our growers and our millers. If they see a particular disease or they see a particular weed problem, the LSU Ag Center is the first people that they call to come and diagnose what the problem might be. Through what we do, we're able to impact the wider community. We go through this process of breeding. It takes about 12 years. After about 12 years, just a single variety that we release with about 10 to 15% increase in sugar production can have a great impact to the state's economy.
Hi, thank you very much. Great feature on sugarcane, such a viable entity and part of our fabric of our life.
Absolutely, and again, the work of LSU researchers, once again, just demonstrating the impact they make upon all our lives through that very valuable research.
Can't wait to see what you got in store for next week.
All right, I'm
Cannot
working
wait.
on it now.
Big weekend again, and look, 4:30 Saturday. One of the all-time greats, Bob Pettit, statues all covered up right now. It's right there, close to Shaq's, by the practice facility. They'll unveil that thing, and if you have the opportunity to come by and see it, I know that Bob Pettit and his family would greatly appreciate it.
What a gentleman.
Oh, my
Bob
gosh,
Pettit,
the best of the best.
Baton Rouge native, NBA All-Star 11 times, LSU two-time All-American, led the Tigers to the Final Four, led the St. Louis Hawks to the NBA title. And he's done everything you could possibly do in the game of basketball, and he'll be rightfully honored with a statue at the Maryville Center on Saturday.
One of the 50 greatest players is nominated by the NBA of all time, so terrific. So we got that. We've got baseball. Gymnastics is right around the corner from having their last home meet of the season. And then it's off to the NCAAs with them. So good times in Tiger Town.
Absolutely. Baseball's got a challenge this week. Sacramento State has a good club. They'll be in the box this weekend. They beat Auburn 2 out of 3 last weekend, so we're looking forward to that. And as we talked with Beth, big softball action all throughout the weekend at Tiger Park.
We'll be back next week, same time, same station, to recap it all. For Bill Frank, I'm Jordy Helberg. See you next week on Tiger Tracks.